Alright everybody, I'm riding out here to check on the winter rye. Obviously you can see the rye there that was planted when I chopped corn. You can see up in there, I covered this with manure a couple weeks ago, so it doesn't look quite as good, but it is growing through the manure. But then obviously all of that was planted. This first half, if you look back, was planted. I drilled it through the stalks, and then that far half of it was planted after I picked dry cob corn, and then it froze shortly after I planted it, so it didn't really germinate last fall. So I'm gonna ride out here and take a look at it in the new tractor, which yes has almost 36 hours on it. I am running it in high range, so the hydro at lower RPMs, it's a little bit louder, but when you take off, but otherwise, I wish I had a speedometer in it. One bad thing. But from the house, you can see that there is rye popping up out here, and that late planted stuff. So I thought that would ride out and take a closer look at it. So like right here you can see just coming up out of the ground all along there. And we had snow yesterday. It's been cold. Today it's actually, it says it's 49 degrees right now and the sun is out. So like right here, you can see all this is just coming out of the ground, and that was all planted just before the ground froze. So I don't think you can plant rye too late. I don't think there's such a thing. And obviously you can see going up that hill on the sandier part, that rye is a lot thicker and taller than it is down here in the heavier ground. And I see rye all over. And there again, you can see it's purple. That's how it looks when it first comes out of the ground. For like the first 2 or 3, 4 days. Once you get up here to the sand, it's really thick. Obviously the heavier ground takes longer to warm up, and down on the bottom the snow takes longer to melt than it does up on these hillsides. This is a southern exposure. You can see the road's going all the way up that hill. So I don't think you can plant winter rye too late. I mean, look right here. Here is more. You can see it's just losing the purple color, turning green. That stuff has been on the ground for 3 or 4 days. And you can see these smaller ones that have just emerged, how they're still purple. That's how they look. I don't know how well the camera's picking up the rows, but yeah. So hopefully it grows fast. We've got some hungry hippos over there that kind of want to get back to grazing. Obviously they're grazing whatever they can on that as it grows. But that field got kind of damaged last fall. So I don't know how that's going to do this spring. But it's hard to tell back there, but I did drag that field 2 or 3 days ago. It was dry. I drug it out the best I could to try and get the big clumps of hay and bedding off of the snowpack, because there's ice underneath it yet. So I pulled the light drag over it the other day just to kind of move everything and spread it around a little bit, but that works better once once it's dry, it's like all the bedding, all the material and everything is still wet, so it kind of balls up. But it did scatter some of it out, and it exposed some of the rye that was underneath it, so that rye should take off now. But the plan is to graze this rye off. And now it's going to get windy because I'm walking in the wind. Get back to the tractor where it's quieter. Clover coming up here. Never really have to worry about buying much clover seed because it comes up all over around here. So the plan is, like I say, to graze this rye off to buy our pastures a little bit of time, and then we're gonna seed this all down. That'll be corn back there. We're gonna seed the front half of this down. So anyway, that's what it's looking like. I don't think you can plant rye too late. Obviously it looks better where it was planted in September. Had a lot more time to germinate and grow before winter. And this was planted 50-50 with oats. It was half winter rye and half oats. Same with over there. And it was seeded around 150, 175 pounds the acre. So that's, like I say, 50-50 with oats. So 75 pounds of each of the acre approximately. But anyway, just a quick one. Stay tuned because I think spring is here, so maybe we can finally get to getting something done.